This is 8 Minutes of Awesome. I'm Jennifer Lipsky. Joining me today is Jack Peterson. And Jack knows that special relationships can happen if you let them. Through his work and his website, Highly Conscious Man, Jack helps to guide men through the beautiful process of finding their soulmates. Jack, I would love for you to talk about how this project came to you. Highly Conscious Man, a powerful name for a project and a website. And let us know how you started this journey.
Well, it all started on my spiritual journey as a young man, and it was after I graduated college, and I was asking myself deep questions of why am I here? What's my purpose? What is this whole experience about? And I started to get into my spirituality, ask myself like, who am I? And I noticed that I had a consistent interest in this, into like a deep dive into myself as a young man. And I started helping other men. I started to feel a call to help other men do the same, to explore our inner selves and search for our own fulfillment in our life path and our relationships. So I started the website Highly Conscious Man to share that with the world.
Beautiful. And I'm sure there are some men who may be watching this saying, well, that's really a great concept, but I'm a little hesitant on kind of accessing that part of myself. I don't want to make myself too vulnerable, too out there. What would be some suggestions so that someone can open themselves to having the love in their lives that they deserve?
Well, first of all, it's totally normal to have a little bit of fear or feeling uncomfortable, asking yourself deep questions and kind of diving into yourself. So that's totally normal. It's fine. But I would say, as probably a lot of the viewers know and are aware of, is that our realities are reflections of us. And a lot of times in our relationships, in our lives, we are experiencing everything emotionally. We are feeling our experience, and our experience is a direct reflection of us. So when we take an internal dive and and explore ourselves more deeply, we can then create the realities and the fulfillment and the love that we want in our own lives. And so everything starts from within. And ever since I realized that, I've really, been devoted to this path of the dive within myself.
Mm.
hmm
And I'm sure there are some days that, we all get very busy. Our lives are active, some days even frenetic. Different things come each day. And so I'm curious for you to share, even for yourself, if you feel like you are needing to kind of ground yourself, or that you're kind of needing to kind of reconnect with yourself, what are one or two things that you do in your own practice?
Great question. Meditation definitely has been my most powerful tool. There's lots of ways that I've meditated in the past, and that I still continue now. The most basic way is just sitting with yourself and paying attention to your breath, and just allowing all of your worries and everything you might be thinking about that you have to do today. Just let everything kind of melt away and just float by like clouds in the sky. And that's super relaxing. I love listening to guided meditations. Sometimes I just sit in my car and I'll listen to a guided meditation for an hour just to calm down. I also love exercise. So taking a run or going to the gym, that really helps me just get back in my body, get just centered again and let my worries and anxieties fall away.
Mm. Very powerful both ways, connecting with the breath in a very quiet and still way, and also through exercise, also a good way to really kind of connect with your breath. Really good
Hmm. Definitely.
suggestions. Yeah. And I'm curious if there's maybe some sort of vignette that you can share of a transformation that you have helped to usher along in someone else's life. Something where you were like, wow, this is really powerful, and you saw this person really blossom. Is there some story that you can share that comes to mind about that?
Mm, definitely. One of my past clients, I worked with him to help him improve his relationship with his girlfriend, actually. Um, they were at a point where they were living together, but it was just like they were roommates. And so there wasn't a lot of passion. Um, and I helped him really connect to his own emotions and feelings, and take ownership for them, for various reasons of why he was maybe upset with her or angry with her, um, but take responsibility for his own emotions. And then from there, from that place of power within himself and his masculinity, communicate that respectfully to her in ways, um, that aren't triggering her, that don't trigger her. And he got so good at communicating his truth with her, um, that their relationship actually started to blossom. And um, he was receiving a lot more favors from her. They had so much more passion in their relationship. They were having twice as much sex, and everything just started to blossom. And it was really just him just becoming, yeah, just connecting back more to himself and his own emotions, and his spirituality.
Oh, that is a beautiful story. Oh my goodness. Really learning to trust himself, and learning to
Yeah,
trust, bringing his own voice forward and sharing in that. That is a beautiful, beautiful story.
thank
And
you.
one that, hopefully people will find of great value that they can look at in their own lives. And through Highly Conscious Man, I know they'll be able to get some more guidance and information from you as well. Um,
Hmm.
I'd like to know right now, though, Jack, if there's a message in your heart for people to hear today, what would that message be?
Mm, great question. It would be that there is nothing wrong with you. Um, a lot of times we can worry about, maybe things that we need to work on in our lives and that we're not good enough or we need to do more. But the truth is that you are loved unconditionally in this whole universe, and if you believe in a God or a higher power, at all times, and you are perfect just the way you are. And from that place, you can move forth with a lot more power in the world.
Mm, a beautiful message. And Jack, tell people how would they best contact you for more information and perhaps to work with you?
Mm. For the people who are interested in learning more about me, come to highlyconsciousman.com, and feel free to contact me. There's a contact bar on the top, highlyconsciousman.com/contact, and feel free to contact me. I would love to offer you a free consultation, just for the people watching this interview. And you can you can send a message saying that you watched the interview with Jennifer, and I'd be happy to offer you a free consultation. Um, in my consultations, I help you, um, become the best version of yourself as a man so that you can attract your ideal woman.
Mm.
And so a lot of times in my free consultations, I go over how you deal with fear in your life around, let's say, your perfect woman when she shows up. Do you get afraid and you're afraid to talk to her, or do you have the confidence to go talk to her with ease?
Mm.
And
Beautiful.
also, if you'd just love to have a more spiritual conversation, I would be happy to do that as well and help you find more purpose and power in your life.
Mm. Beautiful, beautiful work and a beautiful offering too, Jack. Thank
Mm,
you.
thank you.
Thank you so much. And thanks for sharing this time with me on 8 Minutes of Awesome today.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. This is quick but very enjoyable.
Oh, thank you.